I just wanna rewind, bring me back to my prime. The Wi-Fi still felt so live. Freestyling on beats outside. Whole squad with the sour spray vibes. No fake flex, just ride. All love, not likes. I just wanna go back in time.
Ooh, take me back to the roof where we talk big dreams and truth. Now we just scroll through pixels, fake friends, filter signals. But I remember that summer jam, skate shoes and that marching band.
First heartbreak, first slow dance. Now I'm just trying to make sense of plans.
Ooh, take me back to the roof.
Stacy here from Hemp Farms, and this is Hemp and Healing Grassroots, our weekly live podcast, video cast, whatever you want to call it. We're still trying, I'm still kind of tossing around in my head what this whole format is going to be. I think tonight what I'm going to do is give you a little update. Like, I think Leon, what we should do is have a segment that's like the Hempocalypse update. And then we can tell everybody just a little bit update of like what's going on with the Hempocalypse. What are we doing on Hemp Farms? Kind of updates on us. And then we can go into a recipe, because I'm just really enjoying cooking and these beautiful baskets that we're getting from Adama Farms. And even Leon commented that when I started doing the cooking segments, that it just was, I seemed really joyful and it seemed fun for me. And they are right. It is a lot of good fun. So I'm enjoying it. And I wanted to show you this cute little bouquet that I made. I'll show it from our pot view here. So basically I just went out, we have daisies growing all over the yard. And we also have this nice, this isn't river mint, this is actually that apple mint, and it's growing just behind the house. So today I wanted to get some mint to make iced tea and stuff. It's actually an aronia berry moringa with mint tea I had to hankering for. So I went to grab some mint and I saw the pretty daisies and I thought, oh, I'm gonna put this mint in a jar anyways, and so it'll keep, and you can just pull a piece off here and there. So I just wanted to show you, isn't it pretty? How cute that is. And it's just, I just filled up. I got one of these really cute old tiny little pitchers, little milk cream pitcher, and it's got the beautiful mint in there, and picked the daisies. And I did this early this morning. And it's 7:30 after 7:30 p.m. And look how bright and fresh it still looks. I think this is something you could set into your refrigerator and then use the leaves, as you go, as you're using them, just like fresh herbs. Or it could be something that sits out on your table if you're going to go through it fairly quickly. We'll see. I'll report next week of like what kind of shelf life or counter life this cute little bouquet got. And then I think you can do the same thing with the other fresh herbs that you have. Instead of they are keeping really well if you throw your fresh cut herbs and leafy greens and like the lamb's quarters and all that kind of stuff, spinach, whatever. If you cut that, clean it, dry it well, throw it in a bag, throw a paper towel in there, and not even dry it super well, as long as you throw that paper towel in there and keep it in a Ziploc. Seems to keep really long and really well. In fact, I'm going to use some dill tonight in our recipe, and it's from a week ago and it still looks super fresh. It's the dill we picked from, we picked fresh. It's from Jane's backyard. So anyways, I just wanted to share my little bouquet. I thought it was so cute. Okay, so let me give you a Hempocalypse update. Let's go into that. I should have told you ahead of time, Leon, and you could have grabbed the Hempocalypse graphic. And
I might have it.
if you can find it, maybe you can throw it up. I'm having a boba too. I'm hungry. I can't wait to make this food. I'm super excited for it. Oh my gosh. Good job, Leon. Hemp leaf matcha. Okay, cool. Hemp leaf matcha with kefir, splash heavy cream, right?
Yep.
Half ounce black sugar, the coffee jellies. Oh my gosh, that is really good. Okay, the Hempocalypse update. So I just wanted to update you guys on what, that the Hempocalypse is coming. Full spectrum CBD is going away. All the THC products are going away, which is a big chunk. Like that's what we build our business on, is this full spectrum CBD. And I thought I just, I had some conversations we were at a market last night. We do the Highwood Market in Highwood, Illinois, down on the lake. Really cute little community out there. And they have a night market every Wednesday night. And I just thought, I had several conversations with people that didn't quite understand, like, what's the difference between CBD and CBG and CBN and THCV and THC? And if they're taking away full spectrum CBD, what are you guys losing exactly? And what can and can't you do? And I thought I'd do a really quick rundown because I think we're still going to have a lot of really, really great products for you. We just need to reformulate some things. So what's going away? What's going away is a full spectrum CBD oil. So currently all of our products, all of our topicals, our tinctures, our edibles, and we also offer CBD smokables. All of those products are full spectrum products. They are all made from the hemp that we grew on our farm. So we grew compliant CBD hemp. And then we took that to an extractor. They extracted it, and then you get what is essentially an RSO, a Rick Simpson oil. It's a full spectrum distillate oil. It's like, looks real deep, dark. It's real thick, almost like oil, like motor oil almost. Some's like more blonde color, some's more dark, like a molasses color. But that's basically the oil that you get out of the full spectrum CBD plant that we grow. The problem is with the new law that outlaws that, and is going to make that illegal after November, or at least not legal unless you buy it from a dispensary, is that compliant CBD plant has a certain percentage of THC in it. And when you extract it into the oil, you're getting, for example, the RSO that we have, that we sell it in 1 ml syringes. And by the way, we're doing a BOGO on that. So, because this is all going to be illegal, and it's really, so we have so many cancer patients that are all about the RSO. So go on our website and look at that, because we're going to do buy one, get one, and we'll probably have a huge fire sale at our Harvest Fest on it. But the problem is when you look at the COA on it, the certificate of analysis on that, just in 1 ml, it's just a tiny little syringe, 1 ml of this product has almost 40 milligrams of THC in it. And the new law says you can't have more THC than 0.4 milligrams, not 40 milligrams, 0.4 milligrams in an entire package. So we have a lot of products, our CBD gummies, our CBD tincture, the caramels, even the doggy. I mean, everything is, we can't use that full spectrum oil anymore. What we can do is we can go out into the market, and this is my intention, so to give you an update on what our plans are. What we can do is we can go out into the market and we can buy from extractors that are out there. We can buy from them what's called a broad spectrum product. And all they do with that is they pull out through chematography, they pull out the THC that's in there. All the other minor cannabinoids stays. So if there's CBN in there, that stays. But they'll pull out the THC, the THCA, the THCV. All of those THC cannabinoids get pulled out, and then you get this broad spectrum product. I don't think the broad spectrum works as well. I think that little bit of THC helps, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, we can go, it's a shame that we can't use what we grew and what I think is super effective, because just of the combination of the cannabinoids, I mean, people just are crazy for our joint and muscle, our buzzkill, all those things work. It is pouring down rain right now. So if this video cuts out, is because we lost power. It's pouring. It's pouring. Oh my gosh. So, but it's not the end of the world. So I will be sourcing a broad spectrum distillate, and then we will be reformulating our joint and muscle, all our topicals, really, buzzkill, joint and muscle, all the CBD gummies, all the CBD edibles, the CBD honey. Smokables are 100% out, but the broad spectrum and those edibles, we'll still have that. So don't abandon us, you know, if you're looking, if the CBD is working for you, and, you know, that is going to stay that broad spectrum product. So that's the update. I just want to let you know that the only products that we are permanently losing are the THC products. So if you're getting THC gummies, Delta 8 gummies or Delta 9 gummies, or if you're using Cannaburn, THCV, that product, that's going away. And all smokables are going away. So that's the update on that. We are ramping up some of other stuff, and that's why we're doing this kind of food as medicine and these kind of cooking segments and stuff, just to show you how you can cook and eat more holistically and kind of target certain nutrients, and have variety in what you're eating and stuff, instead of just, you know, same old thing, same old every day or every week on a regular rotation. What I've been enjoying doing is responding to kind of whatever the basket is that we're getting from Adama Farms, and then seeing what's in there. And then I kind of make my meal plan, and especially whatever the recipe that I'm going to do for the live podcast. So I can talk more about the Hempocalypse update. I want to get started on this recipe because it cooks in the oven quite a long time, and I don't know, we may not be able to see it, you know, after we might have to come back and post a second video or do a little follow-up video on our YouTube channel. But I can at least show you how we've assembled it, and I tried to shortcut some of the things. So we have, we're going to throw somewhere, I don't know, where have we been putting these recipes?
On the website.
On the
blog
website.
Page,
Okay,
yeah.
we got a blog page on the
We do.
website.
So
oh my gosh.
The pesto's
Woo!
up there. The kimchi's going up as soon as we, like, because we just finalized
Yes,
the kimchi.
yeah.
Same with the sauce, and then we can,
Cool.
so
Cool. So look for this recipe. The recipe that we're doing tonight, I'm calling it Hempstock Farm spinach, roasted cauliflower, and hemp heart pie. So we're making basically a savory spinach pie tonight. And that's with the Adama Farms basket that we got. And Leon, do you remember the spinach that I'm using in this recipe is what we tried to juice last year.
oh my gosh.
So I want you to, like, while I heat up my pan, I want you to talk about like what we did, you know, going over to Adama Farms and picking all that spinach. And
Now, like, I don't know if it's our juicer or spinach is just like impossible, but we went and we were like knee deep, like pulling this stuff out of the ground, and like, because they were done for the year. They were clearing their beds. It was all going to be compost. So we filled like 3 wheelbarrows and grocery bags. And so we went out and we got all this spinach, and you're like, what am I going to do with the spinach?
Right.
No plan for it. And
No.
we just decided to juice it. And it was like probably like 30 hours. And
Oh my gosh.
we got like so little.
And
juice
one of the
from it.
reasons I wanted to juice it is we wanted to practice like juicing hemp leaves, like
Right.
at a larger
The
scale.
process
the process.
We learned a lot.
Yeah.
But like somehow, if anything, it was a learning experience because I think we got like maybe a gallon out of like 6 beds of spinach. Like, and I'm talking like these are like 12-foot long, like farm garden beds.
I know it was a lot, and I don't think I sent you the video. I'll have to post it later or something. But I opened up. We had frozen some of it, and I had about a liter.
Okay.
Of spinach that I want to grab the oil. Can you grab the oil there for me?
Yeah.
My pan's getting hot. Turn it down. Start to smoke. I want to get started on my dish here, and I'll explain it while we're talking about the spinach. So the spinach. Yeah, we were trying to practice our whole process of juicing and all of that.
Your bottle.
Oh,
yeah.
Get this started. So these are just onions I got going in the pan here. Yeah, we were just practicing the process of juicing, and then we were using an ionization.
That was fun.
Like a way to sanitize using ionized water. So that was like a big thing we were testing out. But anyways, I got like about a liter of that juice, and I defrosted it, and it's like so spongy, really wet, but really spongy. And then when you bite into it, you do get a fresh spinach flavor. But it's real, I don't know. It's real fine. I'll show it when we get to the point of it. But I'm not really sure how to recreate that for folks, because if this turns out to be really delicious, we'll have to figure out, I don't know, maybe you just take spinach and cook it and then maybe blend it. I don't know. I feel like that's basically what we were doing, is just running spinach through a food processor in a way.
Yeah. The juicer, we got a lot of pulp. Like, I don't know if that's more typical or not, or if our juicer is at high volume. And but yeah, there's a lot of pulp. I feel like we could easily take like cheesecloth and get just as much juice.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll show you what we have when we get to the spinach portion, and we'll talk about it more. But anyways, in this dish, I think kind of when I was kind of conceptualizing this dish, I was thinking about making it kind of like you would make a lasagna. So with a lasagna, and you make like a nice lasagna that you can cut into, you use ricotta, use a little bit of egg, and mix some other cheese, like a melty cheese, and you mix that together and it firms up really nice. So that was kind of my thinking when I went in to conceptualize this pie. But then as I researched it a little bit, spinach pie is a thing. And so this is probably not that creative of a recipe, although I like some of the special things that I picked to go in it, so that it's more local for us, more healthy. And then I think you can easily recreate this kind of thing. I wanted to show you, as I'm cooking up these onions here, some of the, where is my garlic? Make sure I got my garlic. I lost some garlic. Where did it go? Oh, no.
Is it were you chopping it or what?
I had it. Oh, there it is. Oh,
you found it.
I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get my garlic. It's so long. Yeah, because I prepped all that. And I'm gonna throw garlic here in a minute. I just want to caramelize these onions. I probably got this a little too hot. I'm still trying to learn how to use this convection oven. It's so nice. It gets so hot so fast. I love it. But you can see I'm starting to some of them are caramelizing and some of them aren't because I'm talking and not paying attention. I'm not a good multitasker. All right. So while those are cooking down, I just wanted to show you what that came from. So that came from this guy right here. This is the onion. And I cut it in a couple of different ways. So you can kind of see how I chopped up the white part down here. And then the green part, I chopped it up super fine. And where did I put that? Oh yeah, that was there. I'm not organized. Oh, there they are. They're so small. I forgot how small they'll chop it up. So I basically did just super fine chop that up. And I'm going to use that later in our sauce. So that's just the top green part chopped up really, minced up really fine. So that'll come back later in our sauce. And I just want you to see that was a beautiful onion that was in the Animal Farms basket this week. And that's what I got in the pan right here. Then the other beautiful thing that was in the Adama Farms, and we missed it, Leon. What happened? Jessica did a garlic harvest day.
What?
And I missed it. I just saw the thing for it. You know, you know me. I'm like a week behind my emails always.
Jeez, yeah.
And it was on the yesterday or day before yesterday. It was like on the 6th or the 7th. What's today? The 9th?
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a couple of days ago, and they had a community harvest.
Aww.
And they teach you how to harvest garlic and stuff. And we planted garlic this year, so that would have been really great for us to go learn that and see that.
Yeah.
But look at this. This is the garlic that came in the basket today, and it came in just like that. She cut it off, and I can kind of show you on this camera as well. And I've never, today was the very first time I ever prepped a fresh piece of garlic like this. I've always had the dried garlic that you buy, you know, in the store. And so it was just really interesting cutting into it because you almost had to, and I don't know if you can see, I took this piece right here, and then basically I cut this part off right there, and I cut this part off right there, and then you can kind of see, you know, how that is. But there's a lot of fiber in between, you know, and that's kind of that paper that covers it. It kind of browns when you buy it like semi-dried, kind of in the grocery store. Anyways, I cut that open. I'm going to use that later. I'm going to show you how we're going to use that. But when I cut in there, it was almost like these pieces of garlic, you almost had to like peel it back a little bit more, almost like an onion. There's kind of a thick casing around it. I'll kind of show you. If I cut into this one, cut it in half. Show you, because I found it interesting that it's kind of different in the way that you would clean it. So when you get into these segments, are they able to see that, do you think?
The segments, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or am I holding it in the right spot?
And tip them up a little. Like
I'll tick this guy up.
no, just your garlic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so that's the piece of garlic. So basically you need to peel this layer off because that's basically the skin. If you can see that. So it's a little bit different. You can't really use the like pound method on it. You know, you kind of need to peel it first. And then once you peel it and then you've got it nice and peeled like that, then you can use the pound method where you kind of, you know, you put your hand on it and you just use the side of your blade and kind of smash it and then chop it up. So that's what I did with the garlic. So I'm going to add the garlic now. So we're tossing in some garlic. And I kind of want to, oh man, that garlic smells amazing. I kind of want to match almost match the amount. I want this to really be heavy garlic. You know, if you think spinach and garlic like pair so nicely, I think of like spinach and garlic dishes in Italian restaurants. I remember my mom loving to go to this Italian restaurant in Austintown, Ohio, and get the spinach and garlic. It's more like kind of how we made the lamb's quarters in a previous episode. All right, so I got that going, and then I'm gonna add now the cauliflower. So this is the beautiful cauliflower that we got in the basket this week. Got kind of these multicolor, these cute little heads, you know, we got. And then basically what I did with these is I blanched them and just in hot water, I just blanched it for a few minutes and pulled it out. And then that way I don't have to cook it for very long in this pan. I can just move it around a little, add a little bit of oil in there. And I can salt and pepper this, season this to your taste. But isn't that pretty?
Amazing.
Doesn't it smell amazing? I like pepper. So there's pepper, grab some salt. I don't want to salt too much because I do have a cheese going into this. And I think you can always adjust the salt at the table. I'm not so foo-fooey where I don't give people salt and pepper shakers at their table. So that's looking nice. Look at that pretty purple. So that's the other thing, like when, that's the other just little tip. When you blanch vegetables like this, it basically, like I can grab a little piece and taste it here. It's so soft. I just like bite it. So I don't really need to cook these vegetables on the stove top here. I'm just infusing them with the aromatics. And when you're doing it that way, then you don't have to toss these things around so much. And then they become just a big mushy mess in your pan. And that's what you get sometimes. I think we maybe even saw that when we were making our some of the other sauces I made before, where it's just the vegetables just kind of fall apart, and that's because I didn't do this blanching.
With the mushroom.
Something, yeah, I forget what it was, and it kind of just disappeared.
Huh.
But I think if we had used this method, where you blanch, it kind of locks in the color, it locks in the flavor, and then you can even take that water that you blanched it in and set it aside. It's basically has the nutrients from whatever you blanched in it. You can use that to add water to anything you're cooking. You could freeze it, you could jar it up, and basically use that instead of buying cans of vegetable stock and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's super pretty. So there's kind of two different ways that you could prepare this little vegetable medley that I've made here. You could either do what I just did, which is onions in first, then bring in the garlic, don't let it go too long, then bring in your blanched vegetables, toss it a little bit, season it. Now this is ready to come off. So that's one method. Another method that you can use is, I forgot to grab a hot, something to hold that hot pan. We're getting better and better. I did buy a new little cabinet found on Facebook that I'm so excited about. I'm going to get that set up with all my stuff so I'm not stepping out of camera all the time. All right, so I think if I turn this completely off, that will shut down. And if I remember right, I think I can go straight on this pan. think I can go on to here. Like this. There we go. And so now basically what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to set this. Thank you. I'm just going to set this aside right here. And that is one part of what we're doing. So that's done. Earlier today, I had, so I can set this aside. Earlier today, I had made this pie crust. So this is just your typical, dough crust that you buy in the store and any grocery store. A lot of times you can get them, they're in the frozen section. And then when you get ready to use them, you set them out, you let them defrost for a few minutes, and then you just roll out that sheet. You lay it right into your pan. You can kind of push and crimp it down. You can poke it with little holes. You could I should have made hemp stock in there or something, but I went crazy with the little holes. And then cook it until it's light brown. I might have overcooked it a little bit, but it didn't look that dark when I pulled it out.
It looks good.
But it looks okay. I hope it stays crusty and, is a nice, doesn't get all soggy. You know how the pies sometimes get soggy. So we'll
you
see.
don't have a lot of liquid going. So.
Yeah, I don't. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll stay crusty and not soggy. So we're going to now make a mix that I'm going to put into this pie. And then I'm going to top it with this metally and finish it. And then we're going to put it in the oven. So our oven right now is preheating at 425. So now I want to show you the mix that we have. And I don't know, I might be too close to the camera now.
Closer to the wall. You can come all the way up.
Get closer to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me do this. All the things out here, my little ingredients that I have. And that's 1 cup. This is the 2 cups. So first of all, I wanted to show you the spinach, because the first ingredient is 2 cups of a well-drained spinach puree. And I'm going to use my hands here a little bit, so I'm going to wash my hands real quick here. Because I want to rub this between my fingers so I can show you. I want my hands dry, and there's no paper towels here. You have a towel over there?
Yeah.
Just dry my hands. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So you have 2 cups of a well-drained spinach puree, and I just wanted to show you the spinach. It's crazy. So this is the total amount. Let me dump this in the bowl, mixing bowl here.
Oh, geez.
That amount, and then this extra amount here. So this is 2 cups, and this is like another cup. So basically 3 cups came out of a liter that you guys had juiced and we had frozen. And I just put it in a strainer and let it drain to try to make it really dry. And I don't know, you can
was
see.
That the puree, like the pulp, or
I don't know.
Because I know we're super no waste, so we kept the pulp.
This might be just the pulp then.
Because
and not the juice.
I think the juice.
This has got to be the pulp.
For gummies.
This has got to be the pulp. Yeah. Because I mean, it's definitely the pulp. It's spinach. It's a fresh spinach flavor, and it's I don't know. It's just got a really interesting texture to it. It's kind of spongy.
I think that's been juice.
Yeah, this is the juice pulp.
And that's
nobody's gonna be able to get that stuff.
Man.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to use spinach, I guess. And I would say is get like either fresh spinach,
pulverize it. You just have to
cook it, pulverize it, and then drain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can use lamb's quarters. You don't have to use spinach. We just, we're zero waste. And so I'm going to use this up. All right. So there's my spinach. My next ingredient is about 12 to 14 ounces of ricotta cheese. And the reason I say 12 to 14 is like a lot of times they're sold in like this one's a 16 ounce. So I'm just going to throw the whole 16 in there. So you don't have to be crazy about your measurements and stuff. Throw this whole amount in. And this is pretty dry ricotta. Sometimes people will even drain that a little bit. And like we'll set it in a press, or set it in a strainer and put a can on top of it or something. But I'm just going to press down on it a little. Just get that little bit of excess water off. And I'm going to put that whole thing in there. All right, so there's our ricotta. Wash your hands again. Have a sip of my delicious boba. Yum. Okay. Next ingredient. 1 tablespoon of our fresh plain yogurt. So if you haven't heard, we're making yogurt here now at the boba shop. And we make them in these cute little cups. So 1 tablespoon. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I'm going to go with that much.
Looks about right.
Yeah. Actually, I like it. So I'm gonna double my recipe. And then I'm going to eat.
I mean, you just pumped that pie full of probiotics.
Right. It's all probiotics, man. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I love it. That aside.
Now, I'm sure people could use like Greek yogurt would probably be good.
Yeah,
Like,
you could. Yes, exactly. You could use Greek yogurt. But I encourage you guys to make your own yogurt at home. The yogurt machines aren't very expensive. And the way that we're doing our yogurt right now, we do a triple probiotic blend. Add the inulin, which is kind of its food for those probiotics. And then that's pretty much it.
Cooks.
And it just
take,
cooks.
Like, heavy cream, half and half.
Yeah, we use I've been using half and half, and it's so nice. So we just use like a pint of half and half, those probiotics in there, the inulin. You set it in your little yogurt maker, and 36 hours later, you have the most delicious, beautifully set up yogurt. It's just, I mean, look at it. Look how thick and creamy that is. It's gorgeous. All right. So that's our yogurt. We're going to put in an egg. And if you want, you can grab a little dish.
I figure this is our first non-vegan recipe.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
There's no doing this vegan. You've got cheese and yogurt and egg.
An egg. And,
it's
yeah. The only thing I didn't stick in is honey. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a problem, if you're a vegan,
this is not the
I'm
video.
sure this is not the recipe for you. I'm sure everything can be adapted, but yeah, no. All right, you can put the egg straight in there and just mix it in, but I decided I'd throw it in a little dish because I have this cute little whisk. I like to use it, my tiny whisk in my tiny little bowl. Whisk up my egg and I'm gonna pour that in there. And that basically acts as helps bind everything together. Helps you make it all cook up really nice. All right, what else we got? Oh, it's called I got to get the pronunciation right. The cheese that I'm using is called Pratt Ost. Pratt Ost. Yeah. Pratt Ost. It's a Swedish cheese. We picked it up at IKEA. So you can get this cheese at IKEA. I'm sure you can get it at any little cheese shop. But but it's kind of a cousin to a Swiss aged Gouda. And the recipe calls for a full, I need to update that, a full cup of this. I'm only going to use about 3/4 of a cup in the mix here. So I grated that up, and I wanted to show you the cheese. Of course, in my IKEA Ziploc bags. I love their Ziploc bags. All right, so this is what the branding looks like. I'll hold that down there so you can see it. And then what I really wanted you to see is just so that you can see kind of what the cheese looks like and how firm it is. You know, it's a little, you can see there's a little bit of give there, but so it's not hard as a rock like a Parmesan, but it is a fairly hard cheese. Harder than mozzarella, not quite as hard as Parmesan, basically. So that I just grated up, and it's supposed to be a delicious, nutty, you know, slightly sweet. It's less salty than Parmesan. Parmesan's really common cheese that's used in spinach pies. So we're mixing it up, as always. All right, I'm going to put all of that in there, but hold a little bit back. All right, so there's that. I'm getting a dirty work service. All right, making it happen. Okay, so that's our cheese, and then so I decided to add roasted or hemp hearts, and I'm always all about adding hemp hearts every time you can get. But I wanted to add more of a roasty kind of smoky flavor. So what I did, and I think Leon's got a couple of photos. I took a couple of photos when I was doing it.
Yep, they're up.
Awesome. I took my pan and just made a really hot, dry pan. You don't need to add any oil because the hemp hearts are filled with oil, those omega oils. And so I just roasted it in that hot pan. And I'm telling you, I was kind of fiddling on my phone while I was doing it. And I they got a little more toasty probably than I wanted them
Talk
to.
about that color.
Yeah, I mean, and smell. Oh my gosh, smell this.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it amazing?
They're like nutty.
Yeah. There's like, oh, I don't know how to describe. You know, this would be so good on ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
They're still soft though. They're not crunchy like you would think. They look like they would be crunchy when you look at them, but they're not. They're still, hemp hearts are real soft because I don't know, they're filled with oil. But anyways, I browned those in that hot pan, and so we're adding. Boy, that seems like a lot. Now that I'm looking at it, let me see how that mixes in before I put a whole. I might adjust this recipe. Yeah, this recipe, I just kind of conceptualized it, and this is my first time making it, so I usually do at least an adjustment or two in the next round. Well, that's looking pretty good. And you know what? I don't think that hemp hearts is too much. I'm gonna go for it. And I'll taste it. And there's a raw egg in here, so if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, but I eat cookie dough. It's got raw eggs in it. All right, mixing that around. So that's the filling. So we've got the spinach, the pratos cheese, the ricotta, the yogurt, the egg, the hemp hearts, and then now it's just seasoning. So I wanted to try nutmeg in this, so I'm just going to put just a couple little pinches. Put the nutmeg in there. Should be enough. And you can use fresh ground nutmeg if you've got it. And then just salt and pepper to taste. And I'm actually going to taste it. There's no reason I can't taste this mixture here. Shoot, I learned how to make jiaozi, the little dumplings in China, and they roll out the little round dumpling things, and like you made a pork and vegetable like stuffing and stuff. I had a Chinese lady who was teaching me how to do that. She would even taste that mixture with the raw pork in it. I wouldn't do that. But there's nothing really that's I don't know, dangerous in here, other than if you have some kind of sensitivity to the eggs, to the raw eggs. So let me give it a taste and see what that flavor is like. Use another taster spoon. I think it needs more salt. I'm going to do a little bit more salt in it. I was kind of surprised as I taste it. I can really taste the hemp parts in it. I used about maybe a little more than half. I said a half cup in there. I didn't use quite that much, and I can taste that smokiness. So I think I'm going to dial back the recipe and say a quarter cup of the roasted hemp seeds instead of a half cup of roasted hemp seeds. And I still have my garlic mixture to add to this, so don't get too crazy. Like, don't make this perfect seasoned and all that, because you're pairing the garlic with it. So like I just now when I taste it, I'm like, oh, it's a little bland. And I thought, oh no, it's because I haven't added the garlic and all that yet. So it's not going to be bland at all. All right. So you just want to well mix it. I'm mixing my beautiful Polish bowl. I love it. Okay. So now this, again, a couple of ways that you can do this. And I thought through it a little bit. You could take this mix and mix your vegetable mix and kind of fold it into here. I think what I want to do is put the mix in first and kind of put the vegetables on top so that they get more roasty. I don't know. We'll see how that comes out. So basically all I'm doing right now is I'm going to take, just put my thumb in my pie crust. I'm going to take my pie crust there and I'm going to fill it with my mixture. Here we go. Getting that mixture going down. It looks really good. I love the consistency of this mix. I was worried about the spinach like setting up, but I think now that I'm kind of fiddling with this, touching it, feeling it, I do like this mixture came out pretty good, I think. I can't wait. This winter, when I go down to visit my mom and we're going to do these from down at her house, because we do this kind of stuff all the time, making weird things, trying new things, watching videos. We'll watch these kind of videos all day long. Me and my mom, we'll just watch tons of videos. She cooks for the church. And so for her church family every Wednesday night. So she's always looking for ideas and things to do. Okay, there's my beautiful pie. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and layer these vegetables on. And instead of just dumping them on, I'm going to kind of just place them around really pretty. Oh, and that's the other thing I want to do. Where'd my little garlic head go? I want to stick it in. What happened to my garlic head? This guy. I don't know if you've ever had like ghost roasted garlic, like in the oven, just, with a little bit of olive oil on it. I thought I'd stick it right in the middle. And a little oil on it. No salt. No pepper. And let that be kind of a little centerpiece. Cute. So I'm just going to lay my pieces in here. Lay around these beautiful purple. It looks so pretty. Doesn't it look pretty already? Oh my gosh. So beautiful. Oh, I should space these out a little bit. You're a lot of be a little creative. All right. So I'm just going to place this around.
Presentation can be like half the fun.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Right on. I mean, look at that big piece. Maybe I want to peel that. Yeah, so all I did was clean these, cut them up, blanch them, like I said, and then we, just a minute ago, I showed you, we stir-fried it in a little pan. And again, a lot of these techniques I learned in China, this blanching to keep the vegetables like this, having that real hot pan, having everything go into a hot pan, not adding the garlic till the very end. These are all little techniques. Okay, and then these guys. So now all I've got left in here, I made my little garden. And it's kind of cool to stick them up, maybe. I'm sticking up like little trees. All right. So we got that. Let me grab a spatula. Put the rest of this stuff in here. So I have, still all the garlic and the onion that's cooked in there. So I'm going to kind of sprinkle that around and make sure it gets all in between those spaces. Maybe I should have put it down first, but it was easier to pick out the broccoli first, or the cauliflower first. This would be good with broccoli too, but it was cauliflower that was in this week's basket, so we're going with cauliflower. Wow. If this isn't amazing, I don't know what would be. Smells delicious. And if anybody's local and you want to come by, we do this podcast from 7:30 to 8:30 or whenever we can get it done. And we serve up these meals to folks. So if you come by and join us, come swing around 8:30. You will definitely be able to catch a meal. All right, so I'm going to put some, that's a little bit of that Patost Swedish cheese. And then I have the Cotija cheese. That's what it's called. It's Cotija. So that's that kind of, I don't think I have the actual branded. Oh yeah, I do. Cotija. One of the most mispronounced cheeses, apparently. Cotija. Cotija, authentic Mexican style grated cheese. So I'm finishing it with that. Oh, and I wanted to add a little bit more of that. The cheese. That's actually the translation of Pratost. Pratost means priest cheese. I don't know. Maybe the priest made it. I didn't look up the whole history of it. I just wanted to know how to pronounce it. So this is some more of that Pratost. I think you could also use, like, I really like the Mexican melting cheeses. I think those are really nice. And as I grade this cheese up and feel it, it's got very much that same,
what is that
kind of feel
like?
to it. You want to taste them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
It's very soft.
It's very soft. It's got a sharpness to it, but it's almost like a sharp.
It's a lot like a sharp white cheddar.
Yes. More
it's
melty.
It's melty and it's like a little bit nutty, like kind of like Parmesan, but not quite.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. All right. So I don't know. My recipe might be off with how much we're using. Maybe I'm using a half cup here. This cotija cheese. And by all means, if you got a local cheesemaker, you don't have to bring this stuff in from all over the country. But I'm an international person. I'm not against importing beautiful foods from other places to kind of experience different cultures and different flavors and stuff. Okay. So you could, if you're like super fancy, you could try to clean this off so it doesn't bake onto your thing and looks pretty when it comes out. That's where I stuck my thumb on the edge of the pie. All right. So this is going, I think that's it. Salt and pepper. Oh, the nutmeg. Yeah, I put nutmeg in. And then the crumble the cheese, fill the thing.
All right.
I think that's it. So it's going in the oven right now. What time is it? What time?
It is 8:31. I am going to pull up
8:31.
That's it.
Okay. Sweet. I definitely don't think by 9 o'clock we're gonna have or like we should try to wrap it up pretty soon. Maybe we do a part 2 and stop the live here and then we can do, because it's an hour in, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do, because I just would like to honor that 1 hour kind of thing as a live. So we're going to cut that right here, and then we're going to not do a live, but I'm going to continue filming after this, and it'll be loaded into our videos, kind of the part 2. You'll see the finished pie. You'll also see a delicious yogurt, cucumber, dill, cilantro sauce that I'm going to make from our yogurt, and we just got some fresh greens in. We got these beautiful cucumbers in. Let me show you those. Just give you a little heads up. Got these beautiful cucumbers in. And so I'm going to do dill and cucumber in our yogurt. And I'm just going to make this really nice, fresh, cold to dollop on top of the thing.
Labna. It's another kind of cheese. I think it's another type of cow cheese, but it's like processed differently. It is beautiful, and it's used in traditional Mediterranean cucumber salads.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So
Interesting.
I used to make a delicious one.
Huh.
When I worked at the Mediterranean restaurant.
Oh, interesting. Is it a crumbly kind of cheese?
It's like ricotta texture.
Okay, like the ricotta.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
a
can see
creamy, you do that instead of like using like sour cream or whatever.
Right. So instead of using sour cream, what I'm using is I'm doing a cucumber, dill, cilantro, whatever fresh herbs that you have with our yogurt. So now we're adding on even more probiotics that we're dolloping on top of our already, infused pie that we got going already. So if you're eager to see that, go check out our videos on YouTube. That's where this other video would be. If you're watching us on another platform, you have to go to YouTube to get the add-ons, the extra videos that we do. Thanks for watching the episode. I appreciate you stopping by, and come see us on Hempstock Farms. Lots going on. We're sampling every day. We've got just delicious kimchi, the yogurt, these amazing jams. Jane's been out harvesting like fresh clover and wildflowers, and we're just making really cool stuff. We'd love for you guys to come by and enjoy it with us. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
I just wanna rewind. bring me back to my prime. The Wi-Fi still felt so live. Freestyling on beats outside. Whole squad with the sour spray vibes. No fake flex.